Yo, what's happening? Welcome back, Fantasy on Tap podcast. I'm your host, Eric Sonnier, with my boy Blake here. We skipped last week. We're back this week. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Um, we're ready to start answering questions. We got 2 weeks until playoffs. If you got some questions, please send them in. I feel like 6 o'clock is a good time for people to send some trades. So, I guess you can't really trade at this point in life, but maybe some lineup decisions.
Some people still haven't trade. Some league like the F6P league, I could make a trade right now. There's no deadline. I don't think.
That's kind of cool. But first, speaking of, become an all-access member of the Fantasy Six Pack to get access to the award-winning rankings, the DFS projections, betting advice, and other league-winning content. Best of all, you get access to us, the analysts, on your Discord. We actually got a good new code for fantasysixpack.net/plans. Use the promo code FFPlayoffs to get saved 25% off today, so you can get some advice for the playoffs whenever they come around. Scott Fishbowl is already in their playoffs. I made it past the first weekend, so that's pretty good.
So how does that work? Just based on score? Like you had to have a high.
Yeah, it's just score. Whoever made the playoffs, it's all the playoffs, and then they have like your average score combined with the scores for the week. You have to make the cutoff. So I had like plus like 80 points, so like I was good.
Oh, so you were plus 80 over the line. Nice. Okay.
So yeah, you made the cut I was good. Yeah, I had some of my dudes went off. I had like Mike Evans, and Bijan and Kamara, the usual.
Nice.
But yeah, just to start it off, we're gonna talk about these eights, I guess, as you want to call them. Pretty terrible, dude. Got an ass whooping from the Falcons. Derek Carr looked like hell. All three receivers are out now. Chris Olave and Shaheed both got hurt this game.
Yeah, I lost in F6P, and Shaheed, Carr threw behind Shaheed on that one play. He was going to run it right up.
He was touching, yeah. It was a touchdown. Yeah.
It's just so hard to look at Carr because he doesn't, I know we say this every week, but he doesn't step into it. Like his feet are so stationary in the pocket, and that's why I say we should just go with Jameis, because at least if Jameis isn't stepping into it, he's got a stronger arm, But Derek Carr is just about as accurate, less arm strength, and then doesn't step into it. That one throw, if he just steps into it like they teach you in high school how to throw the football, Shaheed's gone for 6, dude.
If he and then on the pick 6, if he is just a decent quarterback and reads the field, Chris Olave was open right behind him. He was just about to break open. If he just lost a little soft one to the back of the end zone, Chris Olave scores right there. But instead, you get a pick 6.
Got a couple what's up in here. Marlon's coming with the fly. Eagles fly.
Marlon must got our alerts on, so I like that. That's a true,
he's got the bell.
That's a true friend right there. Y'all should get a Marlon. But yeah, so let's get into some good, bad, ugly. Like I said, we'll answer you guys' questions if y'all have any going about the playoffs and stuff. Just kind of stop us as we're going.
Real fast, a quick injury update, because I know I have him on my team.
Oh man, I didn't even look at. I'm thinking about the Saints.
Yeah, it's okay. We suck. We have nothing to talk about. We're still. But the crazy part is we're 5-6, and we're still tied with the Falcons. If they just have a better division record than us. But anyway, Jonathan Taylor had thumb surgery. He's doubtful, but I'm assuming he's not going to play thumb surgery. So
I think I saw 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, pick up your Zach Mosses if he got dropped, or start him if you got Zach Moss. So Zach Moss is back now.
Dude, the only league I had JT in, I got to I picked up Zach Moss. Isn't that nuts?
It is, seriously. Yeah,
that's unfair almost.
And then don't forget about these buys this week, y'all. Bills, Bears, Raiders, Ravens, Giants, Vikings. So Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson,
Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs,
Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. Even Jacoby Myers has been great.
Jettas is practicing this week. He could have played this week. Missing him.
And some Vikings too, yeah. So I could see. If you read off those teams, that's someone's whole lineup. I bet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Just based on those players, you could have your whole lineup could be out.
That means they're really just not caring about fantasy football in the NFL, because I'm pretty sure they still have buys on week 14. I think the Falcons. I think the Commanders are off for sure. Because I have one team. Where I'm starting Sam Howell, Brian Robinson and Logan Thomas. So like, it's tough. I had a tight end.
And you know
situation I had
that's
to start
next
with.
week, you're saying?
No, not Thomas. I'm starting Dotson because my team isn't that deep. But that's three. Yeah, that's three players right there on a bye on week 14 in a pivotal week. Like I'm going for the bye now. I can't. Now I'm gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I lost this last week to the number 1 team in F6P, and I mean, it basically puts me out. Yeah, next week Arizona and Washington are on a bye. Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
All right, so those are your buys, people. Let's get to the good, bad, ugly. To start us off, if you got this guy, he might be helping you win your league.
Kyren Williams,
especially because you probably didn't put any draft capital in. Sorry, my thing's being slow.
dude. I have Kyren Williams in one of my leagues. It's actually kind of a decent sized pot.
Anyway,
can you hear? Am I fading up?
No, you're good. I shouldn't have pulled up ESPN because the internet was just like.
Yeah, so I have Kyren Williams and he's been sent on my IR, so I finally got him back. But I'm pretty loaded at running back. Like I had Kamara, Rachaad White, and DeAndre Swift. So I was like, let me just kind of play these guys. I'll just wait for a week for Kyren Williams. And at the last second, on like Sunday morning, like 11 o'clock, I was like, you know what? Rachaad White's got like a tough little matchup. Taking him out and I'm putting Kyren Williams in. Dude, I texted my buddy like because he was there and we were actually playing golf like that day. So later on the day, I was like, dude, you like that start or what? They had like 38 points.
Yeah, seriously.
Carries for 143 yards, 6 catches, 61 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he had a rushing touchdown too, huh? Like, did he have 3 touchdowns or was it just 2?
No, because the other guy got a rushing touchdown.
Oh yeah,
Raheem. I don't know. One of the whoever like they randomly picked up. He even had 30 points or something. So yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, if you have a Rams player, whether that's Puka, who we've got later on in the bad, but there's some Rams player is going to score you a ton of points this year.
Remember, before the season, we were almost like off of Cooper Kupp, which was smart, but the Rams' offense is just zooming. I mean, they didn't miss a beat. Matt Stafford, I wish we could have got him over Derek Carr.
Let's pause for 1 second. We got a couple questions. Full PPR 2 flex. Taysom Hill or Ferguson. Projected to lose by 14, so might go for ceiling play with Hill. Also pick 4.
ETN.
Who do we play this week? The Lions. I feel like if we do, that's a tough one because the Lions' defense has been really terrible the last few weeks, especially their pass defense.
Why are you asking about who we have?
Taysom Hill.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking. I'm looking at the
who we're playing.
Backs. Yeah. I'm looking at the 4 running backs.
Also pick 4. Etienne, Pollard, Henry, Rashad White, and Zach Moss have the first 4 in now.
So we got the Saints and the Lions, like you said. I think Taysom Hill might be a good option this week, just because I feel like we got to score a bunch of points to even stay in it. I don't know though. Saints offense has been so terrible.
Yeah, but when we win, Taysom Hill does well. That's the thing.
Yeah,
and it's like,
So the Jags play the Bengals. That's easily you're going to start ETN, Pollard, and Derrick Henry, right? I mean, you're not going to sit any of those guys.
Yeah, I think it's between Moss and White. Now, White plays the Panthers, who have been pretty leaky on the run this year. But then Zach Moss is the full-on starter.
But he plays the Titans, though, who don't they have a pretty decent defensive line?
Well, you benched Rashad White last week, and he was playing the Titans, so that might give you your answer there.
I thought were they playing the Titans? No, I thought they were playing the Browns.
No, the Titans played.
Like I think the Bucs played the Browns. Am I wrong? Maybe you're right.
No, the Browns played like.
Who look at the Bucs? The Bucs played the Colts. Well, there you go. They play each other. So they played each other last week, and I sat Rachaad White against the Colts. So, ETN, Pollard, Henry, and probably Rachaad White just for this week, just because I think the Titans have a decent run game, so I would probably stay away from them. Dude, I'm like stuffed up to the max.
Ferguson. This is tough because Ferguson's been solid. He hasn't been great, but I like what this guy's saying with the Taysom Hill. Like he definitely has the ceiling. I mean, who knows? He might come in and throw a pass or something. That's a tough one. I think I would probably – gosh, it's tough. It's really a coin flip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going back to the Titans thing. The Titans played the Panthers last week, and on 30 carries, they didn't even have 70 yards. So I would stick with Rachaad White. Stick with it you have at the 4. And then Taysom Hill and Ferguson. The last time I picked against Ferguson, remember he had that insane – no, was that Ferguson? You know what I'm talking about? The week the guy was like, should I play?
No, it wasn't. It was the other. It was Dalton Schultz. We said Dalton Schultz had like 30. And I was like, maybe Dalton Schultz. But that's I think I leaned Dalton Schultz, but still was like, it's a toss up. And then Dalton Schultz had 30.
Toughie, yeah.
All right, Blurpy. We're not sure if we really helped you there because we're kind of right where you're at.
Yeah. Taysom Hill and Ferguson. It's just like it's the same thing we were talking about last time. It's just like, who cares? Like, it's just like, it's not going to get – I don't think it's going to win you a league. So maybe go for, like you said, go for the
Here's an easy question. Yeah. Who's more cheeks, Madison or Charbonnet? I got to say Madison.
Yeah, me too. I think Charbonnet's really good. He
didn't look great last week, but I mean –
he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie, and Madison has had a lot of opportunities. And
I like Charbonnet. I think he's going to be good.
All right, P-Rog's telling us he's trying to get Tua in a single QB league. If I offer my late first and late second, would that be a good offer? Playing mostly Superflex league, so I get confused on single QB value in Dynasty. Okay.
Oh, I don't think I'd
be more aimed towards you.
Who's your quarterback currently? Who's your quarterback currently for this? I'm assuming it's a single quarterback Dynasty league.
Offer my late first and late second. You're giving up. I mean, you could get. There's a lot of QBs in this draft this year. You could get Jaden Daniels with a late first, I mean.
Yeah, I think there are going to be a bunch of quarterbacks, good receivers coming out. Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison, they're coming out still.
And Tua's still – I mean, we have him coming up later. He's in the bad. Like, I mean, he might be in the ugly, actually. He could get you 60 with Tyreek Hill, but Tyreek Hill's not going to play forever. For Dynasty, I might keep those picks and just pick a QB and roll the dice there, So, we're getting a lot of questions now, like you said. Who's more cheeks, Madison or Charbonnet? We said definitely Madison.
More cheeks.
Then at flex, Thielen or Deontay? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Deontay Johnson, I'm assuming. I'm sticking with my boy Thielen.
Yeah, Thielen's been playing better, but
it's not Thielen really. It's Bryce Young in the offensive line. Like when Thielen is the only one getting targets though, so you never really know. Deontay Johnson is good. I think he's the best one on the team, but like they seem to like other receivers, and I think Thielen's going to get more chances. So
real quick, he's saying he's got the choice between Charbonnet or Brian Robinson. I mean, that seems like a kind of easy question because Brian Robinson's like RB5 on the year or something, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'd bench Brian Robinson at this point. He's getting 20 plus opportunities a game.
And the Seahawks are playing like the Chiefs. The Chiefs have a pretty good defense. And now
Brian Robinson's playing Miami too, so they're probably gonna have to throw a lot. He's been catching passes too.
Plus, Miami just lost their best rusher. Russell Wilson and Carr plus Watson on IR. Those are P-Rog's. So he's.
I would keep what you got because Russell Wilson. I think he's been playing pretty fine, right? I mean, he's not been.
I mean, Watson's still young too. So if we're talking about dynasty, I mean, he's hurt now, but like.
I wouldn't.
Unless you're pushing to win this year, that would be the only reason I think because you're not picking Tua. Well, I guess you could have him for dynasty going forward.
Tua's young. I mean, I think you could get another quarterback next year with your first and still have the option. I would wait. I think Russell Wilson and Carr will get you going this year at least, get you through the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson's been at least top 12. I would say probably right. Hasn't been throwing for a lot of yards, but he's throwing 2 or 3 touchdowns a game. Carr will get you 300 yards and 0 touchdowns. So maybe if you're in a yard premium league, God, he sucks. All right, so thanks for your questions, guys. Let's see. We're up on Rashee Rice now. Didn't do anything last week, which really helped me because it maybe helped me win my matchup. And then this week he goes for 26 points. He looked like the guy Mahomes has been waiting on, a receiver he can rely on. He looked, and this is the guy that I said looked good against the Saints in the preseason game too. Like he was the one guy who Mahomes was willing to throw it to him before he was even making the break. And that's like something you got to trust, like before the guy even turns around, Mahomes threw him a couple passes in the preseason game and he turned and caught him. And it's like, okay, that's like stud receiver stuff right there. So Rashee Rice.
I think we just expect so much out of these dudes now. All of a sudden, I mean, if you really think about it, this dude's probably like 20. You know what I mean? Like he still has a lot of career left. Just because he's not like breaking away one of the best receivers in the game so far, it doesn't mean he can't become one, right? I mean, eventually he's
and
going to
it's
have
all
to.
compared. Every receiver in Kansas City is getting compared to Tyreek Hill because Tyreek Hill with Mahomes was so great. But it's I think what's pretty obvious now that Tyreek Hill was just also awesome. So it's hard to fill those shoes.
It's hard not to be when you run that fast. I mean, he's always open. He's faster than everybody else. I mean, it's super good.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking at a sneaky bet. You heard it here first. Okay. Tyreek Hill, not a lot of, I don't know the last wide receiver to win MVP, but Tyreek Hill to win MVP is 40-1 right now. I want to say on FanDuel. 40-1. And he could go for 2,000 yards. Like he's on pace right now. If he just gets 100 yards in all the rest of the games, maybe like 115 yards, I think he can go for 2,000 yards. I mean, there's no other than Jalen Hurts. Maybe there's no really like guy that's blown it out of the water for MVP.
I don't think is Jalen Hurts even doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like
he's second in the odds. He's like 230-1.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying his stats aren't like out of this world. Like this isn't just a quarterback award. I mean, just really think about it. Like you said, Tyreek Hill is making up all the offense for the Dolphins, basically.
Well, look, the last guy non-QB to win is AP. I had him, won my fantasy league that year, and which was a long time ago now that I'm thinking about it. But AP had 2,000 yards. That was the last non-quarterback to win the award. So I'm thinking if Tyreek Hill gets 2,000 yards and maybe helps propel the Dolphins to the playoffs, that he could win that award. So 40-1. Y'all send those tickets in. $10 wins you what? 400? Am I doing that math right?
Mean, it's definitely a gamble. But I think we got Rhamondre Stevenson, big name, big player. You want to throw him up there? Had 21 carries for 98 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 catches for 9 yards. He was, we always talk bad about players, so I think whenever they finally do have a good week, I like to give them some praise, just in case somebody's watching one day. Rhamondre Stevenson might see this and be like, you know what, that dude, like, he gave me some credit that one game.
Imagine he's in here. He's like, yeah, they put me on. Top. Those are my guys.
Like, finally. He's like, getting some recognition out here because, the Patriots running backs are always so scattered. He was supposed to be so good. He just hasn't been good this year. So finally, the dude got one. I wouldn't trust it going forward, but it's not too bad. It's a good game.
We got a couple guys jumping in on questions real quick. I keep coming over to the comments. So Blurpy, who's the guy we were talking to earlier, he was saying, Bryce, this other guy, Bryce, was saying, should he start Charbonnet or Robinson? And then Blurpy's coming back with Robinson's RB5 and no one wants to start him, which I think is crazy. And so I heard this, I don't know if it was on Twitter or something, but this guy drafted B. Robinson in the first round, thinking it was Bijan, and it was Brian Robinson, but it ended up working. I'm like, how lucky can you be? Like,
I think Brian Robinson has more points, right? I mean,
he's been better year round. So I'm confused with Blurpy saying nobody wants to start him. I mean, maybe if you're rolling in, maybe if you already had, because Robinson was a lower ADP. So if you're rolling in the running backs, I could see maybe having trouble starting him. But if I'd had him on my team, I picked Antonio Gibson. I literally had both stickers, Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson, and I picked Antonio Gibson like an idiot. So, yeah, I wish I had Brian Robinson right now.
Yeah. I have him in one league that I drafted him late, like an 8th. And then, like, I don't know. I think I was like, should I start this guy the first week? I don't think I've ever taken him out. It's just not a sexy start. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not.
Yeah. I was misunderstanding what he was saying. Yeah. Okay, yeah, because we're with you too. That's what we were saying too. Blurp, like, no, like start him. He's RB5.
It's just he's on the Commanders. He's just not. And they got Gibson. It's just like not like a sexy start. You know what I mean? It's not like I got Brian Robinson. I'm on the beat you. It's just like all right.
Right. Yeah. He's saying you never question RB5, and I'm with you. So that's why when Bryce put up Robinson or Charbonnet, me and Eric are both just
definitely
like, especially because the Seahawks are playing the Chiefs. Chiefs have a good run defense, and then if the Chiefs are killing them, they're going to be throwing the ball. I don't know. It just seems kind of like an easy start there. Easy question. One more. He's asking us of these. We got you, Blurpy. We're on you. All right. We got Kyler on bye next week. Dobbs, Gino, and Carr.
Yeah. I think it's going to be crazy to say I don't want to tell you to start Carr, but Carr's playing the Lions. The Lions have been getting their ass kicked in terms of pass.
No, he's asking this for next week because he's got Kyler on bye next week.
Carr's on. They play the Panthers next week, right? Yeah, they do.
I don't think. Look, I don't think we can tell anybody to start Carr. Like, I would just don't even mention him. Like, I would probably go Dobbs. He's got the rushing floor. He threw 4 picks this week, so you're low on him. I understand, but he should be getting Justin Jefferson back next week.
That is true.
He's got the rushing floor. I mean,
I have Jefferson in a couple leagues, so I'm very excited about that. So hopefully, you know what, go with Dobbs because I'm saying he's going to ball out with Josh Dobbs next week. So that's a good call. Go with Dobbs. Carr sucks. We're Saints fans, so Seahawks
are playing Dallas next week.
Gino did light him up this year. Oh, that was the Panthers. Just kidding. Wait. What bad team beat the Cowboys earlier this year?
The Cardinals.
With Josh Dobbs. So yeah. I think that's it. Dude. Josh Dobbs for the win.
Oh wait, they're playing Dallas this week. He's saying I'm all screwed up. I thought they were playing the Chiefs this week.
We like the fantasy people. We don't know the matchups for the next week. So sorry about that,
guys. All right, Seattle and Dallas is tomorrow. That is right. How am I messing this up? Why did I think maybe they're playing Seattle? Maybe they're playing the Chiefs next week. I don't know. I'm all screwed up now. I was listening to a podcast today, and I swear, we were talking about Seahawks versus.
Like I said, we're gonna go Dobbs because of the Jefferson thing. So, but thank you, Blurby. I appreciate the questions, man. We really like this. Makes us want to do this a little bit more.
Yeah, and this is where we're at now because everybody was starting Jaylen Warren. Hey, Jaylen Warren is gonna be great, and then freaking, I think. I'm not going to say he had his best game as a pro, but did Najee Harris, didn't he score a touchdown and almost have 100 yards? So it's like,
yeah, as a backup.
No one's thinking that's going to happen, right? He's like, oh, now that I'm the backup, I'm going to start balling out. So, and they played the Browns, right? Don't the Browns have a good defense? I mean, damn, that's tough.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why his stats weren't as good as they should have been. The Browns defense is like the rank number 1. I was looking at it earlier today. But 13 carries, 49 yards, 3 catches, and a fumble.
Maybe that's all they needed to do was switch him, though, because, it's kind of like when the Saints used to have the running back that count and the running back that run. Put the running back that runs in, and you're like, oh, they're running, so they stuff the box. So maybe that's the same thing. Oh, Jaylen Warren's the starter now. He's in. They're running, stuff the box. And so when Najee Harris was in, like, oh, maybe it was one of those things. So
it's definitely possible.
Jaylen Warren has definitely looked like the guy, like we were saying, I'm pretty sure we said in the beginning of the year, like Najee Harris is probably going to lose a starting position.
It's just crazy to think, obviously Najee Harris is the more talented guy, right? I mean, he's played Alabama
product, yeah.
I think he was pretty good.
Trent Richardson went to Alabama and he freaking sucked.
I don't get it. That's another one I'll never get. Like,
they're built kind of the same too. I guess Trent Richardson's actually really short, but I mean they're both like slower running backs. So who knows? Maybe just don't pick a slow guy that comes out of. If you're slow and you're coming from Alabama, get off of the team. So.
That is true as well.
Next
we got Joe Mixon.
Traded him to you, but don't worry. The 2 guys you traded me combined for still less points than Mixon, so you're welcome.
And I won pretty handedly this week. The Hitmen and the Fantasy 6-pack League have made a hell of a jump. I gotta be honest with you. I'm starting to score a bunch of points.
Yeah, I was looking at your team because I was right there next to you. Like we were tied up record wise. So I really needed to win this week because I knew you were going to win, but they go by points still, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. But I lost, so I'm pretty much out of it. Now JT's hurt, so you're going to have to – I might have to send you a trade. Maybe I'll give you Alvin Kamara, dude.
Dude, I got tons of running back. That's really what's happening. I mean, I got Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift, Joe Mixon, and Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, that's just – those are 4, just solid running backs. This is
your team definitely went off. Maybe I have to trade you, I guess Kyler Murray's off next week. I can't really help you. I'm trying, but all right. Joe Mixon, they got no quarterback.
8 carries, 16 yards, 2 catches, 44 yards. Don't expect much.
They were playing the Steelers, right? Gosh, I'm all mixed up on
8 carries for 16 yards, though. That's
Thanksgiving was a tough week, man. I was just shoving food in my face, not really paying attention. The one game I watched was Dallas Commanders, and then I literally was going to make the bet on Deron Bland to get a pick 6. Because it was 2,500 to 1 or something, and I ended up not doing it. I'm so mad because when he caught it and started running, I was literally tackle him because I didn't make the bet. So I was like, I don't want to see it happen, and then he scored 2,500 to 1. Dude, $1 would have gave me 250. What was I thinking?
I actually finally hit a parlay the other day. I bet on Montgomery, Jalen Hurts and CeeDee Lamb all score a touchdown. It was a free bet. I won like $450. I was like, let's go. We're going to dinner. Like I was just like, I never hit parlays or anything. So I was like,
taking excited. So. That's good. You gotta do something for her because you're like, hey, I'm spending money. I've lost so many.
Exactly.
Here's a guy that we talked about a few weeks ago that we actually said maybe to trade away. One guy I remember asked a question about trading him away. It might have been a good trade now.
Yeah,
He's had a few down weeks.
It doesn't make sense. It's just
he's a little nicked up. I think he's dinged up, honestly.
That and Cooper Kupp's getting all the good looks, you know what I mean? Like, the targets could be there, but it doesn't mean they were good targets. So
also, running backs are catching a lot more. You know what I really have been noticing that's been pissing me off about the NFL this year, other than the penalties, like always? The injury reports, man, they are, like, really lacking on who's injured, and, like, they're just not telling people. They're like, oh, yeah, like the whole Joe Burrow fiasco. Not even listed on the thing, and then he's basically got a torn ligament in his wrist.
Right, he's walking into the stadium with a cast on his wrist. Like,
that's happening there. That's where we're really having.
But yeah, Puka it just wasn't great targets, just wasn't a good game. He's just going to be inconsistent. So I would look for better options. But if you don't have any, I would stick with him. You know, what I mean,
I really think he's banged up too. Yeah, but I would stick with him. But yeah, I really think he's banged up. You can't beat fantasy.
For 30.
Right, you can't beat starting the right guy when you don't know if he's injured or not. That's really
that's true.
I got Aaron Jones in one league. He's hurt. Don't know if he's out for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Dude, did you not see that post that they made about Jonathan Taylor? They were like, Jonathan Taylor hurts his thumb. Could have what was the words they used? Puts his future status in doubt. Like, what? Like, is that what you're going to tell people? Like, he puts his future status in doubt. Is that a week? Is that the rest of the season? Like, what does puts his future status in doubt mean? Like, it's just like you said,
give this guy.
Telling people a lot.
I don't think I have his name, but there's a guy on Twitter I follow. He's like a doctor, and he was giving all the updates. He usually tells you what happens in the past for other people with similar injuries.
I've seen that guy. Yeah,
seen that guy.
They have another one that does it for like legal stuff. So like when people's like when somebody gets arrested, he's like, blah blah blah. This is what happened. This is like the consequences, but we will get you back when we have more news.
Twitter, man, use those Twitter, and the way Twitter works now too. People are mad about it, but I like the For You page honestly because people I don't even follow pop up, and sometimes it's stuff I'm interested in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll be looking at the For You page. I really think everybody's lying about not using the For You page. Honestly, they're like,
that's the only one I use. That's the only one I use.
I never switch to following ever.
No, I'll always use For You because then you'll miss if you only follow the people. How do you follow new people?
Hey man, everybody's shitting on the For You page. Like, For You page sucks. Like, Elon, he killed it. And I'm just like, dude, I'd never look at the follow.
The algorithm works for me on all my apps, so I'm okay
most of the time. And if I don't like something that it pops up, you just click on the dots and you say, "Don't show, not like interested."
And it won't come back again. Yeah,
literally.
We're
with you, Elon.
Yes,
where your axes up.
So let's get back into the ugly. Let's finish this up. We got Tua Tagovailoa. I hope I said that right, at least a little close.
Tagovailoa.
Tua, man, they won the game though. That's really all that matters. But 21 carries for 21 attempts for 30 completions. I'm stupid. 21 completions, 30 attempts, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 2 carries, and a fumble. They won the game. They won the game. He threw more touchdowns than Derek Carr, but he also had 3 turnovers. If you're playing a team that has an offense, you're going to lose that game. So he's going to have to pick it up a little bit.
I mean, Tyreek Hill had 108 yards, so literally almost half of his yards were to Tyreek Hill. And he had 9 catches. So half of his completions and yards were to Tyreek. So, like, just think about when you're going to trade for Tua, just remember, Tyreek Hill's not going to play forever. And, like, he's obviously carrying this dude's whole status. So, like, yeah. Let's switch to a guy who could – Am I doing that?
No, I muted myself. I'm like, my nose is stuffed up, so I muted myself a little bit. But yeah, what was I saying? Tyreek Hill is hinted to the fact that he doesn't want to play his whole contract out. So I think he's going to be done in the next few years. Just because, what else does he have to prove? You know, if he wins MVP, he'll be a multiple Super Bowl champion with hella money. Florida doesn't have a state income tax, so like all that contract is his.
Right.
I would.
There. I mean, half the reason you.
That's why he went there. I was reading.
Like yeah, literally, right? Because the Jets offered him more money, but he actually ends up making more money by living in Florida because they don't have that tax. Yeah.
Exactly. And
right.
I don't blame him.
On to this a-hole. Honestly, the most annoying part is that number right? I thought he was 24 for 31.
No, that's right.
That's right, 24 for 38. Okay. Well, anyway, all that you need to know is that Derek Carr, he
The worst.
he's not even top 12, I think, in picks this year. Which you would think is
he only
crazy.
threw like 4. Like he really hasn't done that many interceptions because he's scared to throw the ball.
That's exactly what I was about to say. This one thing, like, Jameis throws picks, but like it's nice to at least see you try to make a throw, dude. Like Derek Carr's getting sacked and checking down. Dude, he's checking down on 3rd and 7 for 1 yard. I mean, is he just hoping Kamara's going to break the tackle? I mean, it's a nice thought, but like it's not even he threw it in front of him for him to get open.
Dude, I saw this one show on Twitter. He was like, stepped up, broke like 2 tackles, shrugged it off, and threw it like this for like a 1 yard completion on 3rd down. I was like,
that's the play I'm talking about.
Just go down, like who cares?
It's the play I'm talking about. He broke 2 tackles to throw a 1 yard.
Dude, he probably could have ran and got more yards. Like,
yeah,
the dude's the worst. I've been trying hard all year to like him. Like I come onto this podcast and I'm optimistic when we win, but like this dude is just like the worst. Like realistically, what is worse than this guy at this point? Like,
we got a comment here.
I don't like him.
Yeah, it's been real. I'm thinking back to like the article I wrote in the beginning of the year about just saying how if he can just be average, which he hasn't been. He's been below average. If he could just be average, dude, we would be 8-4 right now.
We have the easiest playoff schedule in the world. Like if we were just halfway decent and just could win, stay positive, we'd be in the playoffs for sure.
I mean, look at the games we've lost too. It's not like we're getting blown out.
Right.
We just we almost won with our freaking kicker this week. Like just score 1 touchdown. Don't throw a pick 6 and we win the game, literally.
He's just such a fool. Like such a clown. Like his comments and stuff, it makes it worse. Like, you know what I mean? He's not owning anything. He's really terrible. And like I don't want Jameis to start either. You know what I mean? Like I don't want him to start either because he's a great guy. Like I like him a lot more than I like Derek Carr, but like he's not good either. Like he's gonna lose his games too. It's just such a bummer.
Well, I'm at this point, throw Taysom Hill back there, dude. I mean, at least he can run around and truck people, and like the games will be more interesting. Like
Taysom Hill gets 10 yards every time he's on the field, so I don't know why he ever comes off.
At this point, you got to think because we don't play Jameis or Taysom, so like. Derek Carr is having an affair with Gail Benson. You heard it here first. Like, why is he still playing? Like, I think he might be having
an affair with Mickey Loomis because he likes him too. He's like everything else is in the building. Like the right players are in the building, the right coaches. It's just such a bummer.
Something's going on, and I hate to like. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I want to go egg the dude's house, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to like attack somebody personally for the way they're playing a football game. But it's like. It's just so frustrating, dude. And then he has this like weird like Texas accent. Like, what is your accent, Derek Carr? Where are you from, dude?
He's from Fresno. That's from California, right?
Yeah, but he must have grown up in Texas or something.
I'm about to look it up.
Because remember his brother got drafted at the Texans, so he had to have grown up in Texas or something. What is the accent, dude? Oklahoma? Look, while you're Googling that, check this out. Jamie's throwing up. P-Rock's throwing up. This is Tua's real name. Now, Jamie, I gotta ask.
Yes.
Did you copy and paste that? Or did you,
There's no way you knew the name. Yeah.
Did you know his name off jump and type that out? Tua. I can't even say the middle part. I'll get banned. I'll lose my card for that. Manga Manaloa. I thought there was a couple of dashes in there too. I feel like he's missing.
Carr was born in California. He and his family lived in Bakersfield before relocating to Sugar Land, Texas in 2002.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's 2002. He was born in 91. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
91.
No, there is no. I could have sworn there was more. There's some dashes in.
So he was 11. He was 11 when he went to Texas. No way you get into
that. That means it's a fake accent.
Yeah, like so he's such a.
He's been faking. Jamie says even more mad. It. I knew it. He didn't. His middle name is Donnie. He missed that part too.
Donnie. No, Donnie. Talk about. Yeah. All right. Last but not least, we got Dameon Pierce. He came back. We got the alert. Thank God I don't have him in any league. You got the alert.
2 leagues, I think. It's killing me.
You got the alert that he was going to be playing, so everybody's like, yeah. Devin Singletary is the lead back for the whole game. 5 carries for 14 yards, 1 catch for 4
So
yards.
this Twitter guy I follow was actually saying that they eased him into the game because of whatever ankle injury he has or whatever. So like,
I wish they would say that before. You know what I mean? Like say that before so we don't start him.
And these are the type of things we're not doctors, so we can't give advice on if Dameon Pierce is going to see 100% workload or not. But I wouldn't start him next week. Singletary has looked more electric, honestly, and they need that speed and stuff, you know. So
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I always try to stay away from the injured players. That's why I like just on their first week back in case you have other options. But it was just that's what I was thinking about the Kyren Williams thing. That's why I was sat him. I'd have been very upset with that for sure.
Would you have lost if you wouldn't have started him?
No, I don't think so. I think I won by 30. It was like a 20-point difference. Oh my god! I'm sorry about that.
All right, my brother. But,
up today.
Yeah, send this dude some Afrin, y'all. You can now on YouTube. You can actually leave a donation if you like the show. So throw us $1, dude. Throw $1 in there. Or just
can you really? Don't be asking people for money.
No, I'm not asking. I'm saying if you like to, I want people to send you some money to go buy some Afrin, dude.
I got some Afrin. I just didn't know that I had my nose stuffed up until the second I walked into this damn room.
Like as you're jumping into the thing, you're like, oh.
You know what it is? My wife was vacuuming in here earlier and sweeping, so I bet the dog hair is circulating in the room probably.
I did see when you leaned over, I did see like a floof fall down. Like
I think that was a feather. But probably the dog hair circulating in the room, getting in my sinuses. I'm all stuffed up because I have not been like this all day. I mean, I can tell you that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I think this was our most like engaged episode. Like I feel like a lot of people were watching and asking questions, so we really appreciate that from you guys. Just make sure you follow us. You hit that little bell so every time we're gonna start.
I can't do it, but
yeah, I don't think you should do it. Just become an All Access member. Hit the bell so when we start recording, you get an alert. We're gonna be doing it on Tuesdays. We're not gonna do Wednesdays anymore. So Tuesdays around like this time, hopefully we're going to try to do it, but we'll let you guys know. But yeah, anything else, Blake? What you got?
This is what I got. I'm an Eagles fan now, dude.
Stop. Hey, look at this, actually. Look what I got from DH game.
Eagles fly.
Look what I got.
Oh, we got a Kelsey jersey. Wow, dude.
Dude, look at that thing, though. It's sweet. It's the lime green one. I got a bunch of different players from different. Yeah, that's what it's called. I got a bunch of different guys because that DH game is so cheap. But it's a beautiful jersey. I mean,
dude, Esther was trying to buy some stuff for her little cousins. They were asking for like soccer jerseys, like Messi and stuff. And I was just like, DH gate. She's like, I'm not buying him a fake jersey. I'm like, it's a 10-year-old. He's not gonna know if it's fake. They make all the jerseys in China anyway, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's not fake. Like, look, that's a Nike tag. Like, it's from Nike, just like any other jersey.
I'm sure it has like the littlest defect, and so
that's what I'm saying. It probably has something super tiny that I can't even tell you right now. I've been looking at it, trying to figure it out.
Something on that eagle, I bet, on the side, on the patch, I bet.
I mean, that jersey that I got you, the Zion one. Did I get you a Zion one for your?
Yeah.
Could you tell that one was?
Looks real to me.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
No one's ever gonna stop me and be like, fake ass jersey. Like,
yeah, that's fake. I don't know if it's fake or not. I think it just has a defect, but I'd rather pay $20 and get a defective jersey.
That takes $70 for a jersey.
It actually came. This one only came in 3 weeks. It was actually a lot quicker.
That's 21 days. Okay, I said 18 days.
Yeah,
you said 3 weeks.
Yeah, but
you're right though.
That's true.
I'm glad you showed me DHgate. Honestly, I mean it works.
Yeah, I love it.
My wife's using Temu. I might as well get in on the Chinese spyware they're putting on your phone. You know, who cares? Get me a nice little jersey. I need to get me a Trey Murphy III jersey, dude. That's what I need.
Dude, Trey's the man. I can't wait for him to come back.
Pelicans fly.
I think CJ's coming back too. Wednesday. So
and we're in the.
We're in the play-in, bro.
We're in the whatchamacallit.
Hells, bro. Zion's healthy, looking good. Big galoot running down the court.
Dude, did you see him knock down James Harden the other day? And he was like half flexing.
He knocked over.
Dude, this guy could play the Hulk. Man, he's huge.
He knocked over Kelly Olynyk the other day too, and the caption on ESPN was like, "Zion like bullies this guy down the court," and I was like, "Man, this dude literally just put all 300 pounds of himself into this guy, and the dude just like flew back like this." I was like, "Yeah, he's
like if Shaq was 6'6", dude. Like it's crazy.
Exactly what it is. All he does is just go for the dunk. He doesn't shoot the ball. He's just like." He doesn't care. He's going against 3 guys. It's what
We might have to turn this into a Pels pod, especially if the Pels start playing really well. So,
all right, guys, that's all we got. Hit us up next Tuesday for some more questions.
Thanks for tapping in with us, Joe.
For sure, and we're gonna tap
who dat? We can still make the playoffs, dude. Who dat? But I want us to lose so that we'll fire the coach and cut the QB. But yeah, who dat? All right, guys, tap out.